Episode 656. The fight lasted about a minute, but by the time the other teams got word and figured out their routes, well, that took a while too. By the time they reached the scene, there wasn't even a corpse left. The three poor players had already been completely eliminated. That was the last message Tiananxing and Chunyi received. Their people arrived at the given coordinates, but found no trace of anything.
What's going on?
The two of them asked in unison, and their target was Chen Yehui, since the news had come from him first.
Already gone.
Chen Yehui said.
Where are your people?
Dead.
Dead.
There was a hint of poorly concealed delight in both their voices.
My condolences.
Tiananxing quickly covered it up. It really was aimed at the Jia dynasty. Tiananxing's heart was bursting with joy. He wasn't sure how things were going on Chunyi Lao's end, but on his side, he had deliberately delayed the news. He'd wanted the Jia dynasty to take a hit, sure, but he never expected to lose all trace of Lord Grimm and his crew. And that was just 1 minute. Yi Chu is strong, but a level 52 character, how strong could its output really be? Even a silver weapon had to follow the rules of leveling. Could it be that this guy's silver weapon has a level requirement reduction stat? Equipment with a level reduction attribute, -5 means a level 50 piece can be equipped at 45. -10 naturally means a level 50 piece can be equipped at 40. Once a character hits max level, this kind of gear loses all its value, but during the leveling process, it's an incredibly useful stat. That was the guess back at Happy and Tian, but regardless, the target had vanished once again. They searched, but Lord Grimm hadn't logged off yet. With no other choice, they had to keep the search going nearby.
Slow. Too slow. Don't you have any decent gear? What kind of trash are you wearing? Aren't you ashamed of that DPS?
Lord Grimm and Deception walked down the street. The fight just now had been incredibly satisfying for Deception. At first, he'd been a bit stubborn, trying to make Lord Grimm struggle to keep up with his pace, but soon he found himself getting lost in the rhythm of their teamwork. They took down 3 opponents in under a minute. Efficient work. He was feeling pretty pleased with himself. Yet during the escape, he got a stern scolding from Yi Shu.
You've got some nerve mocking my gear.
Deception was a bit taken aback. This guy, decked out in a garish mess of common gear, had the nerve to call him out. He wasn't wearing his best gear, sure, but this set was still from the Heavenly Domain after all.
What level am I? Does Heavenly Domain even have gear for me?
Deception was at a loss for words. Heavenly Domain had been released when Glory's level cap was 55. So the lowest leveling zones here started at 55, and the gear dropped at 55 as well.
Quiet.
Deception was about to speak, but Yi Shu cut him off abruptly. Lord Grimm, walking in front, came to an abrupt halt. Clearly, there were enemies at the exit ahead.
I'll draw them off. Get ready with earth-splitting slash. Wait for my signal.
Yi Shu finished speaking, and Lord Grimm had already darted out.
Lord Grimm!
Then, from outside, a girl shouted, a voice that sounded vaguely familiar.
Hey! Hey!
Lord Grimm let out a startled yelp and immediately turned back the way he came.
How despicable.
Deception was unimpressed by Lord Grimm's acting, but he still quickly executed the Earthcore decapitation technique, sinking his character into the ground, only he never emerged. This skill allows the user to lurk underground for a limited time, but it requires a ninja sword. The scabbard doubles as a breathing tube. In the ground heart technique's underground state, the user's feet condense into a small ring, gathering at a single point above the head. Players can slightly adjust their perspective, but the range of adjustment is limited. No sooner had he submerged than the figure in gaudy gear came running back. No one else would wear something that ugly except Lord Grimm. Lord Grimm ducked into the narrow alley, then immediately leaped onto the rooftop. A chaotic stampede of footsteps followed, at least half a team's worth of players, if not a full one. He'd drawn that many pursuers all by himself. Deception's heart sank. Then a message flashed in the channel.
That launcher again. Attack her, cut her off.
Deception took a look around from his small circle perspective and sure enough, spotted a launcher on the enemy team. Low profile, golden fragrance. He said he had no beef with launchers, but with that kind of targeted focus, Deception seriously doubted his intentions. It's not like I'm picky about who to fight. I just won't fight this launcher. Deception was inwardly congratulating himself, just about to strike, when he heard the launcher Jinshang shout,
Where'd they run off to? And that Deception. Find him too and we'll hang them both out to dry.
Hang me. I'll hang you first.
Hearing this, Deception immediately redirected his attack toward Jinshang. The Earth Core decapitation strike wasn't fixed to a single point above the head. It covered a circular area centered on that point, which gave it a degree of underground mobility. Deception locked onto golden fragrance the moment she entered the circle. Without a second thought, he struck with Earth Core decapitation, bursting up from the ground and landing a direct hit. Deception sent Jinshang flying with a single blow. This time, following Yi Shu's instructions, his character spun in midair, flipped upside down, and drove a kick straight into Jinshang's chin, executing a midair Duan Mi. Already launched by the Earth Core decapitation strike, Jinshang was sent flying even higher. The surrounding players were still in the reaction phase, but from the rooftop came a swift spear thrust that struck Jinshang dead on. Then, a massive windmill, he used a circle swing, directly scooping Jinshang up onto the roof. Then, with a casual flick of his wrist, he tossed a grenade down. The grenade forced everyone to take cover. Its blast wave had a knockback effect. Unless you were in super armor, there was no resisting it. Deception and Lord Grimm were on the same team, so he was naturally fine. Deception leaped straight up, planting his ninja sword into the wall. The alley walls were low, so with one bound he was already on the rooftop. Up above, Lord Grimm had already started swinging. Deception, still fuming over Golden Fragrance's earlier arrogance, didn't waste a word. He just jumped in and turned the fight into a gang beating.
You two are asking for it.
Jin Shangyu kept shouting, but the two of them said nothing and continued beating him down without mercy.
The Jia dynasty won't let you off today.
Huh? The Jia dynasty? Are they supposed to be impressive?
Deception looked down on everyone. He made a living picking fights with the big guilds and had never been afraid.
Newbie, are you? Do you even know what's going on here? Do you know who I am?
Yi Shu was also puzzled. This girl's arrogance felt so childish.
This is Golden Princess we're talking about. She doesn't care who you are.
Chen Guo, standing off to the side, couldn't help but chime in. Seeing Jinshang again, she lit up with excitement. This time, there wasn't even a hint of self-reflection. She jumped straight into the action. The only thing missing was her chasing haze, which she wished could descend from the sky and join the beatdown.
I know who you are, but what can you do all alone like this?
Jin Xiang actually looked down on Ye Shu, and that got Deception angry. Just one person? These guys really didn't see him as a threat. Was Deception, a player with such a big reputation, not a person at all?